Hey girls! So today is the second day I'm going to do some filming. And I thought what we would do is start off with Ickle, who, as you can see, hi Ickle, is enjoying some oats. Ickle's personality is coming back around. I don't know her very well, so a lot of the original, like when I first got here, I just was like, hey, your name's Ickle. And, you know, I was just trying to get her to look at me, which she didn't want to do. But we've gotten better. We've made progress. So the last time, in our last video, we focused a little bit on Ickle and saddle fit because Ickle is very wide. So we're going to need to find a saddle that's going to fit her and not feel like you're sliding. I went to a local tack shop called Chimicum Tack, and I picked up a saddle pad and a girth that will fit Bentley because, as you know, I was sliding around in the saddle the last time I was on him. So I think he's in like a 50 and he needs like a 46. So you guys, you can appreciate what that felt like. I felt like I was riding a jiggly horse. So today I have a new idea. It's a wide close contact saddle. It actually is a saddle that my sister used to ride in when she rode for Miss Barb years ago, right? So we're talking like the 90s. This is an old saddle. It's a Crosby, but the billets are in pretty good shape. It's well broken. It's pretty wide, and it has what's called a spring tree or a flex tree. And what that does is it kind of moves, right? It moves a little bit and provides some freedom. So I'm going to try her on that with a anti-slip saddle pad. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the saddle on her and she's finishing up her oats and she's offended by that. So I guess I don't blame her, but I'm going to make it up to her by giving her some extra oats when we get done. Okay, so hang tight and I'm going to climb on Ickle and we're going to try to take this horse on a trail ride today. Haven't really been on her much. We're going to do a trail ride and see if I can keep her underneath the saddle. All right, stay tuned. Okay, hi girls. So I put Ickle's saddle on and we came down to the indoor. It is dark. The Pacific Northwest is kind of dark anyway this time of year. So there's lots of shadows and she's a little spooky. And I'm alone and mounting a strange horse in the middle of nowhere. I'm sorry, but it gives me heebie-jeebies. I'm not gonna lie. And so because of that, I have to operate carefully and maybe break this down a little bit more than I would if I was confident and like Miss Professional. You know, I'm just a girl too, and I get anxious when I put my foot in the stirrup. I have a bad leg, and I do. There, I said it. I'm okay once I'm on, pretty good, but that moment I'm vulnerable, and I think horses know that. So I have to stop and make this a game just for me. So all my horses, they gotta just let me get on them. No drama. Just get the drift. You walk up, I get on, I give you something, whether it's a reward, whether it's, oh God, I said it, a cookie or a piece of apple, or just look them in the eye and say thank you. Thank you is such a huge, nice thing to say. That being said, Ickle and I are sort of stuck in the indoor because she doesn't want to come up, and every time I walk her up, and now she's going to walk because Ickle kind of likes to take the camera. So she's now walking past the mounting block. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to keep walking. I'm not going to ask her to do anything. And maybe that's part of the... Oh, Ickle. Okay, stop. I do think she likes the camera. Let me see. Ickle, do you want to say hi to everybody? And say hi. Oh, look at that. She looks at me like, I'm going to bite you. I mean it. She makes this big thing, but she just doesn't want to build relationships, right? I mean, she's just not really into building relationships, right? Like, and I'm like, okay, I get it. Me neither. So hang on. This is how Ickle and I are going to develop the relationship of mounting. Hang on. Okay. So I put the camera on Ickle, who, oh man, she's cute and she's so clever. She's so clever. And it is dark, so I'm going to apologize, but at least Ickle is bright enough. Come on, Ickle. So my sister has a mounting block very similar to ours. It's no surprise, right? A good mounting block is, well, it's worth its weight in gold. I think people underestimate them. Build one. If you have the skill and you live alone or you have your own horses, build yourself a mounting block. because this thing is great. Invest in your safety just a little bit. So every time, we've all seen this, I'm sure, every time Ickle walks up to the mounting block, she squeals her right end around, and it's hard to train. Really what you need to do is pull the right rein, right? And that would bring the horse's rear end back under. People pull the rein closest to them. I don't understand that. So in an effort to, because I am working alone, to minimize the risk and make us both more comfortable about the question, I'm going to develop her the way she sees and thinks. Okay? So she sees a chute, she will be less inclined to move that rear end around. Now I've walked her through this, and a minute ago I was on the mounting block and I got her to come up. So we've had a few moments of let them think. Don't ask. Be quiet. Let them look, let them see, let them think, let them process. Right? Humans want French fry everything, instant everything. That's just where we live. Well, horses don't. And since you're the one on their back, I suggest you get to know what they do actually like and don't like and respond well to. Okay, that being said, I'm going to climb up here and say, hi, Ickle. All right. And put the rein around her neck. Ickle, don't make me look bad. Come on. Oh, Ickle. So I'm holding. I got Buddy over here who would be happy to zip around and nip her in the heels. Healer. And I know that this is a protest. And I know. But I'm hoping that Ickle makes the decision, like she just did, to participate. Ickle's been getting fed. She's been getting rubbed on and loved on and apples and a blanket. I think that she can earn those things. And it doesn't have to be ugly. Actually, I think we're going to have fun. So I'm not going to try to do this with the camera. Just hang tight, and we'll see how, if I pull my phone out and we're riding, well, then you'll know I somehow managed to get on this little squirrel cage. Okay, signing out. Okay, so I had to have a little chat. Not a chat. Okay, Ickle and I are still learning about each other, right? So here we are in the big field. It's very gray, very dreary and cold, and I don't know this horse, but I do know that I have kids who are going to ride her, and I need to know what she can do, what she will do, what she won't do, and how she'll react when things aren't going how she wants them, like for now, example. So far, she's kicked up her back heels, she's protested, and we're learning to talk through it, right, Ickle? I think Ickle should be able to chime in on this, right? So here she is kind of getting, Ickle, the whole world's watching. YouTube is watching. Don't be a YouTube influencer. Come on, show the other horse world how you learn. Thank you. So I hope she doesn't take advantage of me right now, because I don't have my reins, and I got my phone in my hand, and my my stirrups are long, and she's wide, and her saddle is swiggly. So I feel like I'm on, the little cartoon ride. So she's protesting right now. That's what this is. I'm like, come on, we can do this. I'm going to try to pan out. There we go. And I want her to go left. So I'm just going to squeeze both legs softly. I don't like the whole spur thing first. Try to teach your horse to understand what you're asking for. I swear, take a little time educating it, and you might be really impressed. I just like to break it down. There's a lot of people who have horses who do this, right? They stop at the top of a hill and look down and go, oh, heck no, barn's behind me. I'm going to go. Like, yeah, she's doing all of the things, and she could get naughty, and I could get dumped right now. Okay, but what I'm not doing is reacting. I'm actually talking to everybody on the video, right? And then I'm showing her expression. I'd like to get it over all the way. And she's still angry, right? But I'm like, thank you, Ickle. Thank you for trying, Thank you for not running out, right? And she could be taking advantage of me. So instead of focusing on what she's not doing, right? Oops. So I just accidentally bumped her in the side. That's how sensitive she is. All I did was readjust in my saddle, and she hopped up. So someone's been on her with spurs. Oh, okay. Teach them, develop them. I don't know. This is how you build a relationship. If you want a relationship with your horse, take off your spurs. Take off your draw reins, take off all your junk, take your horse for a walk. If you can't walk beside it, maybe you should back up a little bit. Get to know your horse. watch them relax. You know when your friends are nervous and tense. Pay attention. So here, I've walked her 5 steps. I'm still talking to you. I'm not reacting to what she's not doing. That's what we do as humans. You're not doing what I want. I'm going to react. Instead, let's react to what she is doing. She's staying here. Mentally, she's still with us. She hasn't checked out. She hasn't said, screw you, get off. Right? Thank you, Ickle. She's processing. I'm thrilled. I'm going to spend some time with her. So I'm going to put this phone down because thank you, Ickle. Her and I need to chat. I am really, really impressed. What a neat little lady horse. We'll follow up in a little while. All right, so it's about 5 minutes later. I'm still on Ickle. We're just kind of walking around now. She steers a lot better. We spent about 5 minutes together talking about what I really wanted to do, which is just keep the saddle on. If you can keep the saddle on, then I'm a given. So practice just keeping that saddle on. No abrupt movements. Don't jump out to the side. That makes me nervous. And not reacting with fear. Okay, don't authenticate their fears, right? Green horses, they don't look with both their eyeballs, right? So here you are, you're out here, you're riding, you're alone. Your horse sees something on the right, and we instantly turn their nose to it, which makes the rear end scoot away from it. Really, what you should do is pull the rein on the other side, right? The rein opposite of the thing that it's spooking at. And make them look with both eyeballs. Okay? That puts your horse on the outside rein, that lovely outside rein that is the best thing since sliced bread. It's not even since sliced, it's even older, but we've forgotten about it. But inside rein is, every discipline, even the Western folks. Start your horses in good snaffles and teach them right so that when you do use a curb bit, your horse is working on your neck rein that the curb bit, that shank provides, not just shanking. That's not okay. That's not a way to build your relationship. So think that through. Back up, solve your problems. So, here we are. I am so impressed with this little horse. Thank you, Ickle. Now she's communicating, she's talking, she's out past, she's leaving her friends. She's on a long rein. I'm holding the buckle. We're walking. She's got her ears up. She's looking. Look at her little expression. Look at those little ears. She's totally into this. We're out on an area where she's never been. Just got her head down. Her gait is long and soft, and her back is relaxed and lifting up under me. And we're just having such a lovely little ride here. This is so nice. And I didn't know her, and we spent a few minutes just doing what I'm saying do. If your horse is scared of something, don't yell at it. What are you doing? Nobody learns in a hostile environment. If your horse is scared, okay, we're going to do that turn. Hold on. We'll go back to scared. Whoa. Okay, nicely done. She just pulled right up. So here's that funny turn that we talked about. We're going to go to the left. All right, we're going to turn around. How many people have horses, right, that when you turn around, the horse runs? I mean, it's because they're fight or flight animals, right? That's just what they do. They run when they're agitated because that's their survival instinct. So what you want to do is, right, build your relationship so your horse doesn't feel afraid of you, right? You don't want your horse running from you as well. That's a bad scenario when you're in the saddle, right? Build your relationship. Hang out with your horse. Take it for a walk on your feet, Put the dreaded cookies in your pocket. And every time your horse looks at you and you feel like you've had a moment, then give it a cookie. Let her have the moment. Let her absorb the moment. And heck, what's wrong with having a cookie? Jeez. All those people out there are like, don't let your horse have cookies. I don't want to hear it. Do it correctly. Positive reinforcement is not bad, even if it tastes good. Heaven forbid we wouldn't have desserts if it was. Okay, so that being said, look, Ickle's still just cruising, man. We're back to the barn now. She had Buddy run up beside her. She didn't do anything. All of a sudden, this is just a cool little horse. And, she's cute. So now it's going to be fun. We're going to groom her up and keep riding her. And she's going to muscle and get really cute. We're just going to do more and more with her. So signing off for the night. It's getting dark. Ladies and gentlemen and girls, there's little Ickle. Tickle my Ickle. I feel like she's being shy now. All right, bye. So, hi guys. All right, I just got off Ickle, and we had an apple together and a carrot, and I really like Ickle. Like, I love what she doesn't do. I mean, this horse has not been ridden. I don't think she's really broke in the sense of knowing how to do anything but halt abruptly and go fast, which tells me she found it safe to do either one. But in terms of just walking along the trail, you know, holding herself up, and she didn't know any of that. It was all or nothing. Somebody has, I think, used spurs because she bumps up. If you, I mean, let's say, you know, we talk about pressure, pounds of pressure in the reins. So it'd be like the equivalent of 5 pounds of pressure in the rein, bumping her on the side with your leg. Right? A very soft bump. And she's like, ah! So hopefully we can soften that. It doesn't need to be that harsh. It doesn't need to be that reactive. Nothing needs to be that reactive. Hell, we put people on Prozac that do stuff like that. So, you know, let's try to help her be less reactive. She didn't seem to be afraid of anything, whereas Bentley's like, oh my God, I'm scared. Ickle's just like, I'm just scared of not knowing what to do. That's the vibe I get from Ickle. She's trying. So it's the second time. I was on her the other day in that other saddle, but it did not go well. Like, I thought the saddle was going to fall off. I was all over the place. I was like, yeah, the saddle pad was too thick. It was and the girth was too loose. It was an example of what not to do. It was all of those naughty things that I'm always telling you guys, don't do this, don't do that. So I got about 25 steps in, and I was like, okay, this works. I got on her. Hey, that counts. She's mountable. She was a little protesty getting on, but I think we've worked through that. She seemed to understand when I finally was able to get on her. She walked up to the mounting block and just stopped and just let me climb on. So I was like, right on. Okay, so it was worth it to spend the extra 25 minutes working through that together, and trying to recognize how she learns. Okay. I think everything else I've covered. It's getting dark here. The days are short. So I can't get much more done tonight, but we'll be back at it tomorrow, and we'll see. We'll play with Ickle and Bentley and Abigail. Okay. Bye, everyone.